Greetings. How would you like to be able to offer your high school or college-age student a way to handle their stress, anxiety, anger, and depression while being happy, successful, and confident that they are discovering and expressing their true nature and potential? Is your son or daughter overwhelmed by life? Are they pulling away? Or does your teen have physical symptoms of stress, anger, and depression, such as stomach aches, headaches, dizziness, and neurological issues? Maybe you're concerned about drugs, bad friends, crime, or even suicide. Or maybe their health and sanity is just being affected by pressure and tension. This serious problem is in our culture and our school systems, and it's that they are full of millions of children being forced to deal with stress, anxiety, depression, anger, addictions, health issues, emotional instability, and family issues without any true guidance on how to process and deal with any of this. And of course, this is going to affect their ability to learn what is being taught in the classroom, how they go through their daily lives, and the choices that they make. The overstimulus of stress, pressure, anger, fear, worry, and anxiety overstimulate the nervous system, while technology and social pressures amplify the stimulus in great proportions. What this does is it increases the electrical input into the nervous system, and without proper wiring, it overloads and short circuits, leading to physical and mental health issues. What is happening to many is similar to being electrocuted. Imagine the feeling of being zapped over and over again, not knowing that if you remove yourself from the conductor, you will be able to reset and know how to stay away from the overstimulating electrical energy. Instead, you feel like if you can just get through this, all will be well. But meanwhile, the person feels drained and exhausted and has a hard time thinking and functioning. Then on the other end of the scale, it can feel like life is being drained out of the person, slowly and painfully, till they lose energy to be able to function physically, mentally, or emotionally. It's like the feeling of drowning. Imagine that you are with a group of people and you are all scuba diving in the ocean. Everyone is swimming around freely and thoroughly enjoying their time there. Meanwhile, you start to have shortness of breath. You try to breathe slowly, but when you breathe in, you get no air. You start to signal to others that you're having trouble breathing, but they look around you and at your equipment. They assess that nothing is wrong and then go on about their business. You try to swim up to the top, and instead, you sink further down. No one seems to notice or care about your condition. Then you sink further and further down. You cannot even see the light shining through the waters anymore. You are alone. Maybe you hang on to a tinge of hope, remembering what it was like to be breathing happily in the sunshine. And then maybe you don't have the energy anymore and you lose hope. This despair is how many people can feel with depression. Then there's those who feel completely lost within themselves. So imagine that you are youthful and young and joyful. Life carries you along with vitality, imagination, and an excitement for what is next. You have many ideas and dreams, but then as you get older, all around you, people start to give you their opinions and advice on how to quote-unquote make it, saying you must do this, that, and the other to be successful. If you keep your heads in the clouds, you don't buckle down and conform, you will not be successful and you will be a loser. So you start to go along with the program. You do your best with what is given to you and slowly start denying the dreams, imagination, and adventure of life. But as this happens, you start to forget what makes you unique and vital. You begin to feel pressures of long-term decisions on what you're going to do with your life. And then before you know it, you are walking a path that doesn't fully support who you are. You begin to get angry and don't know where to turn. Then what becomes of you? What attitude do you start to carry with you? Is it anger? Is it depression, anxiety, fear? Do you start to turn towards escape mechanisms like alcohol, drugs, reckless behavior, fighting authority? You get the picture. Well, these different types of scenarios are what our kids are going through. And then meanwhile, the parents and teachers are driven with worry, fear, guilt, and stress due to the lack of energy, time, money, or even simple awareness about what their kids are going through or how they can help. So the parents are left worrying and suffering about their suffering kids. They're stressed that they don't have the ability and tools to help the kids. They're scared for their child's well-being. Their kids could really break before they make it by breaking under pressure. So many people, they try prescriptions, which take their toll on the body, the mind, and the emotions, while not addressing the problem. Many people end up going this route, but it's more like numbing the person instead of pulling their finger out of the socket, or filling you up with energy pills instead of coming out of the dark depths of the ocean. In the meanwhile, you become addicted to these prescription drugs, which have their own side effects. Hi, my name is Jennifer Mason, and in the next few minutes I'm going to share with you how I myself and my students are able to see past these clouds of confusion, find the calm in the center of the storm, while riding the wave into deep spaces of clarity and creativity between these clouds, which brings peace, clarity, and happiness. You and your kid can do the same. I'm going to also share with you the big mistake of how we as a culture are failing our youth who are anxious, depressed, very stressed out, and this is all due to blocked up nervous systems. How most education systems are currently geared towards knowledge of the outer world, but honestly, very little is being done in regards to integrating the outer world with our inner lives and how this can easily be resolved. I'm also going to share with you a simple technique that you yourself will experience and be able to see the results for yourself. Now, these are the same techniques that I have learned over the past 25 years and have used successfully with students both in and out of the classroom, ranging in all ages. See, this past year, I've dedicated all of my efforts into creating a program specifically for young adults, who are the first generation in history to be experiencing this much external stimulus. This is because of the technology, social media, and instant gratification that we get via the internet and texting, all along with the increased pressures from school and personal life. Now, we're not giving any real guidance on how to deal with this. We're just pouring more and more on them and causing more pressure, which is blocking them from living their full potential. This is affecting their education and their general state of well-being. So the need to balance out the outer world with inner peace and discovery is crucial to the future of not only their lives and sanity, but to the future of how humanity moves forward, both individually and collectively. So if you are looking for answers, help, and a real transformation for you or your youth, and to learn how to go from states like despair into peace and sanity in the mind, body, and emotions, while learning to further discover your full potential, then you're in the right place. Now, the top 3 people that I work with usually fall into the following 3 categories. People who are feeling pressure, such as stress, depression, anxiety, and being overwhelmed or big changes in their lives. People who are in need of exploring, discovering, and accessing their unique self, potential, and gifts. Maybe people who feel numb and maybe experiencing feeling lost in life as well as within themselves. Now, the best thing about the system is that it is simple and easy to assimilate into your life. There's powerful techniques that can be tapped into and expanded upon throughout your life at any time of the day to help ensure inner peace, sanity, and a general state of happiness. And it's based on proven results. Now, I'm sure that you have noticed that people tend to fall into one of these categories. Those that seem to experience their life negatively and also have a tendency towards a negative attitude or disposition. And those that have a positive experience with life and tend to have a positive attitude and disposition. What is it that makes some people's attitude be happy and they seem to flow with life while it's carrying them along with joy, while others struggle and suffer and have a very bumpy and painful ride while being dragged along and thrown into painful blocks and walls along the road of life. Well, after working with hundreds of kids and young adults and traveling around the world, I have realized that those that flow and soar through life have three key things in place, while the stumblers and crashers are missing one or more of these keys. And the truth is, if you have all these keys and put them through the proper keyholes, the doors open and light shines in, and it becomes very easy to see how to solve problems quickly, transform any negativity into a useful resource, and be able to grow and take flight through this newly discovered light. So what are these three keys that those that soar and flow through life carry, and those that are getting dragged along don't have? Well, these are: 1, continuous experience of inner peace and silence and access to this at any time. The joy of exploring and trusting who they are, and to be able to express and share their discoveries and gifts for the world to enjoy. It comes down to this: if you keep running into the same patterns and continual suffering in some form or other, then you are experiencing life as it gets thrown to you from any and all directions at the intensity that it seems to choose. Then you're not living or creating your own life with joy or your full potential. Now, let's get down to business and let you experience for yourself how within a few minutes you can also enjoy what I'm talking about. Here is a video from one of my lessons. Give yourself the gift of this experience by giving your full attention. Turn off your phone and other distracting sounds. This meditation practice is called I Am. We're going to do an experiment together. This will only take a couple of minutes, but to reap the benefits from this practice, give yourself the full attention that you deserve. Remember to turn off all electronics and make sure that you have no distractions. Now close your eyes and allow your emotions and thoughts to relax and stop completely. To do this, take a deep breath in, as you did in your meditation last week, filling up your whole body. So breathe in, hold, exhale and release. And upon your exhalation, release all attachment to everything going on in your life, your mind, emotions, and body. Just let go. We're going to do this 3 times. Breathe in deeply and slowly. Hold. Exhale and release. Let it all go. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale and release. Relax. In. Hold. Release. Keeping your eyes closed, recognize and realize that you exist beyond the clouds of thought, emotion, and time. Simply, you exist. Stay in this awareness for at least 5 to 15 seconds. This awareness is referred to as the I Am, and is there for you to recognize and experience at every moment that you make the decision to tap into it, as it is timeless. Now open your eyes and just sit in stillness for a moment and observe. Don't think, move, or feel, just observe. You're now like an empty page or canvas for your inner nature to express into. All is possible. You may feel or experience anything. Peace, joy, love, creative ideas, solutions to problems. You may simply recognize beauty. Simply just observe. Now, doing this practice at least 12 times a day helps you to remember this awareness of your true self throughout your day. This mindful presence of your existence helps to shape and tone your day into a day of creation rather than a day of reaction. This is because you are tapping from the source, like drinking from the glass of water rather than just looking at an image or a memory of water. By practicing this short I Am meditation throughout the day, you will begin to open channels of awareness between your true nature and your expressed nature, while creating a form of communication between the two. You will not only be creating pathways in your consciousness, but physically in your brain as well. You're creating a new habit, a neural pathway, as you are rewiring your brain. Now either move into your day with this breath of fresh air, or at least once a day, spend a few minutes in your journal after this exercise adding the gift you received, which is further explained in the journal video for this week. Now, as you return from the journey in, let me ask you a couple of questions. Do you recognize a change in your body regarding tension? Do you recognize a calmer state of mind? Are you emotionally balanced in this moment? Now, do you recognize the value of continuing in this state of being throughout your day? Great. If you are thinking this would be great for your loved one, but you have no idea how to approach them for whatever the reason is, don't let that be a block for you. We can work together and figure it out. Now, this is perfect if you are looking to have the maps and tools to offer your loved ones to be able to experience peace and freedom along their journey. If you want to offer relief from the storm in a calm space to heal and restore themselves so they can learn to soar again. If you want to further support your loved one's explosive potential nature. If you want to give the gift of confidence, power, and happiness to light up their life. Because right now I'm looking for a few of my dream clients where I can help them get these kind of massive results that I know that they need. That's why for a limited time I'd like to work with you in a consulting session if you meet the criteria below. See, I work with primarily 3 types of clients. People who want to make a change right now in their loved one's life and are not using any more excuses to put change off. People who want to improve their state of peace of mind and state of daily life. People who want to dramatically increase their creativity and creative outlets in their lives. And there's one more type of client. People who know their child is simply lost in delusion, but have the full potential to shine as we all do. They just need to be able to access it. So here's how the process works. We will be focused on a specific and custom-tailored strategy and execution session to help you solve the 2 biggest problems that most parents and educators face. The first is understanding what can help the distressed person. And the second is to get the youth to be able to trust you, because many youth have lost their trust with adults, especially parents, that they would actually have any really answers and help for them. Now, this consulting session will take around 30 minutes, and you'll be speaking with me personally, and I'll be helping you identify what you've already got and help you put together a strategy to dramatically help your situation immediately. So who is this for? Well, this is for people who are lost and need a light in a new direction. People who are overworked and stressed out with jobs or school or any other area in their life. This is for people who want to grow their peace and clarity of mind so that they know they are making the best decisions for themselves in their lives. People who feel numb, stuck, trapped, or bored. It's also for people who truly value helping others and getting them results above everything else, who are willing to have some skin in the game and understand that they need to invest in education of their inner lives as well as their outer lives. Working with me as a client is not cheap, but the amount of money, time, and energy saved in the short and long-term damage control is insurmountable. Who is this not for? This is not for people unwilling to take action, for people who make excuses and complain, or people who are still stuck in that information gathering mode and are not prepared to take action or get results. Also, anyone who is not serious about growing their inner selves to balance out their outer experience. Now, knowing that we're a good fit is crucial because I like to get all of my clients the results that they deserve and work with them for the long term. And to do that, I need to get them quick results. And the truth is there are some people who I cannot help. And if that's the case, I will be 100% upfront with you and suggest somebody else or an alternative. I'm only looking for those who are a good fit and who I am certain I can get results for. Now, I am here to share these time-tested techniques with you so you can empower your students to have a strong and balanced foundation, to thrive individually and soar academically. The first step is to complete an application for a free private consulting session below. And this application is necessary to determine that I can help you and I'm the best person to help you generate those results. And that you're ready to step up, commit, take action, and do the required steps to generate the results, whether this be for yourself or someone else. Now, once I receive your application, you will be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session. This is where we will really start working together to figure out what is the best course, what you want, and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible. And then at the end of the call, one or two things will happen. You'll either be a fit and I will extend an invitation to work with me as one of my clients, or if it's not a good fit, that is totally okay too, and there's no hard feelings, obligations, or anything. Either way, you will receive an insanely valuable strategy session and will walk away with newfound clarity as to where you are right now and what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want. That, together with the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through your barriers. It will likely be the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in you or your loved one's life. So go ahead and complete your application now, and we'll see if we're a good fit for working together. Now, right now, I have limited time that I can work solely on these sessions. So this opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense one-on-one time needed in order to provide you with the results. And because, as I said before, I only work with clients who I know with certainty and conviction that I can have a profound impact with. So with that being said, please understand that this window of opportunity won't be available for long. And what I have found is that those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are the most likely to get results and most likely to become my best clients and will grow together for years to come. So if you feel like this is right for you, go ahead and apply right now to see if you qualify. Then go ahead and follow the instructions on the next page. I look forward to working with you and have a wonderful rest of your day.